for them.
They're about that movie.
That's streaming.
These choppers have mash on them.
What's for dinner today? Mash. Alrighty.
Motherfucking sluts are breaking it. Doing it their way.
That's all they give me, really?
Okay, who's introing this one?
You.
Oh.
You.
Has anyone else anyone else hear that rap song? What's it called?
Rape song?
No, I think it's just called Wild Boys. It's I don't
Yeah,
know.
the 80s one?
No.
that's what I thought
Rap song.
Who is that? Is that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not rap.
That with the windmill, the tidal windmill. It's like a post-apocalyptic. I think Joel Schumacher directed the video.
So it was gay.
Okay.
Boys.
We all good?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to this day's episode of Podstache. To my right is one of our distinguished guests of the night. To my right is
Oh,
We're all guests at this
okay.
table.
I live here, but Brian Lee.
The Lord of the St. Charles
Dance?
North.
Dance.
Yes, Lord of the Dance.
Justin Shank.
The elder of the
Dance.
elder of the zebra cakes. Koopa.
When's the last time you had a zebra cake?
4 minutes ago.
No, it's probably been at least. I think I tried them about a year ago, and I was like,
Episode
"Bruh."
100.
So
Yeah.
maybe a year.
Episode
Zebra
100.
cakes for all.
It's raining zebras.
It's raining.
Oh God, they're heavy. And then the paladin of the cinema world. Well, and jiggle that mic cord again.
Nice. That's so funny to me.
Jiggle it.
Jiggle it.
Wait.
Those are a bunch of jiggles.
Like move it and then talk.
Jared, stop.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Don't move too much. All right. Anyone business points that we want to bring up at the top or
I just
at
want to
all?
talk about anal rape over the song.
Nice.
You really like this theme song a lot.
Do it, Mr.
dude.
Belvedere.
on the China, never
So,
If you could tell me about your experience.
and I hate vagina. I never tried it before.
but sometimes things get turned around and no one
Was there?
spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the status quo.
Yeah, at least you think of Portillo's.
A little bit. That we can get.
What is your least favorite fast food place or restaurant? Fast food or restaurant? Least favorite eatery? Because we talked about favorites before.
Dude, okay. It's not even my least favorite, but I prefer to not go there. It's that fucking Mexican joint in Geneva. You know that story, my dad and me's toys that sells all those vintage ass toys?
Yeah. Huh?
There's that Mexican restaurant right next to it. Where you went there, the one that we all went
I think
there.
we're talking chains, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you said like
no,
he said eatery.
Yeah.
I don't know. We
Is
all
it-
went there
is
the
it
one
not-
night. Remember
Wait.
that?
Who's all?
Me, you, Murph, Chris Allen, Rev, and Ariel. We all went there. Remember that? That was when you were on the wrong side of the road.
not in downtown Geneva,
But I mean, like
further
like
down
up the way.
by the like Dairy Queen stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that great of Mexican
Yeah.
food, and it was fucking overpriced as shit.
Yeah, because I think there's a new Mexican place in downtown Geneva
Oh, really?
that a friend works at, and it's supposed to be like really good, but I haven't ate there yet.
Give it a shout.
Least favorite.
Koopa, do you have one? Or Jared?
Going into McDonald's.
Jiggle that cord.
I don't.
There you go. Wait, talk.
Yeah.
Okay, now don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Like going into McDonald's, like I haven't, maybe like the past month, I haven't been to a McDonald's that wasn't like a third world country. Like,
No, the one we went to on when we were working on the 4-day film. That one wasn't terrible.
which
The
one was
McDonald's?
that? Which one?
The
What was that?
On what is that? Larkin Avenue.
Oh, okay.
The one that like we stopped by. Oh no, it was for the
Yeah,
Yeah, it was for the thing.
stress thing.
Yeah, that was new.
But that was like,
Dude, I need to give you that audio before you leave.
Yeah.
I was supposed to give you that like a week ago.
I was gonna ask for it today and I forgot. Thank you.
that was like 8 in the morning though.
Yeah,
Like if you go there in
Down in the
lunchtime.
mountain.
that was early.
Yeah.
And I think I was in Chicago the previous night, so that was rough on me.
Oh, wow.
Good times though. Good times. Glad we did it. Can
Really
we
trying to think.
talk about that at all?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Do you want to briefly describe what we did? Do you want to briefly describe the threesome we had at 8 in the morning?
It's only in the mountain.
At a
No.
McDonald's, apparently.
No, we did I help out one of my friend's dads who has a company that
Puts on threesomes for men of the 20s.
no,
All right.
Sorry.
it's a company that develops music that goes along with breathing, but a specific type of breathing that helps reduce stress and anxiety. And what we're getting ready to do is do a Kickstarter. So we did a Kickstarter film that morning, and Chris helped out with audio, huge. And then Jared just stood around and ate donuts.
There were no donuts.
There's a McDonald's.
Oh yeah,
It's
McDonald's.
like a real director.
Oh no, actually they did have donuts there. I don't know
Yeah.
if we ate any though.
No, I don't think we did. No, Jared helped with the lights and all that good stuff, and I had a couple questions, and I was like, and he was like, yeah.
I have something interesting to talk about when
So it helps.
it's all done, too. It's popped in my head.
Go for it.
Well, do you want to do your fast food shit first? And then
Oh yeah, that's right.
I still can't think of one.
Like, is there any place that when people mention you, you're just like,
You guys aren't gonna like this.
Black Olive Central? I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna probably like this, but I don't like Taco Bell. Like, and that's because I've gotten food poisoning there at least once.
Yeah.
You know what? So have I, and that hasn't stopped me.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, that's the thing. I've gotten food poisoning twice from Subway, and I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I got food poisoning from 7-Eleven, and I still get the same thing I got there from the food poisoning.
I have had 2 deli sandwiches from Casey's in Hampshire. Haven't died yet. I consider that a success.
Dude, see, like I dance with death constantly. Like I have never had any qualms with eating egg salad, tuna salad, chicken salad, or any egg product from a vending machine, truck stop, or gas station in my life. I've eaten salad-based mayonnaise foods from every single one of those places, and I've only really gotten sick one time.
You know, that 7-Eleven by the office, it's on the corner by that new hotel that went up. Those guys made the sandwiches at like 3 in the morning, and I remember I always used to work nights.
Oh.
You know, so when I went over there, it was freshly made sandwiches. I was like, hell yeah. They were actually really, really good.
Nice.
2 places that I think their food's good, but I think it's not worth the price is Potbelly's.
Yeah, I agree.
think-
It's very good, but a little overpriced.
Right. And I know you guys probably like this one, but Jimmy John's. I think Jimmy John's is just overpriced.
See, I think Quiznos is overpriced.
I
Quiz,
agree.
actually, you know what? I take that back.
Jimmy
Quiznos
John's
is way more overpriced.
substantially better than. Yeah, Jimmy John's is way better than Quiznos in my mind.
Yeah, they're both slightly overpriced,
But I still like,
especially compared to Subway.
but I still like about Jimmy John's that they're fast as fuck.
Yeah, I know, but it's
And they deliver. and
so
they,
fast
yeah.
and freak, actually.
Well, I mean, dude, like they deliver within like 5 fucking minutes of me ordering. Like,
yeah, but I can't. I have a problem paying $8 for a 6-inch sub sandwich. You know, that has a little bit of roast beef or something on
it's
it.
not
you know?
$8 for the 6-inch.
Yeah, what sub are you getting?
I'm pretty sure
The big
all
one.
their sandwiches are foot long at Jimmy John's.
I think if you get unless you get the gargantuan, usually it ranges. It's around the 650, 650 range. Unless the gargantuan's a little bit more.
But they're all a foot long.
But then you're talking like, do you want chips?
Well, see,
Do you
I
want
never
drink?
get chips and drink. I always get a cup of water.
So their jalapeno chips are really good. So I was I always eat the jalapeno.
So
chips.
to me, like, if you're gonna spend a $10 meal, I might as well
Buy the bread and make it yourself.
or something. I don't know. I could buy the bread and make it myself, like for a week.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm really poor this last month, so that's probably why it's going through my mind. I used to just not give a shit.
Yeah.
So
See.
see.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, it's a interesting discussion type of topic. Preface it with a story. Because I lived in St. Charles my entire life. I fucking was born there, lived in the same house until I was 24 years old.
And you're gonna die there.
Please, God, no.
Skywalker.
And now I pitch a tent in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
On 7th Street. No, on Prairie Street. God damn it. On Prairie Street, ever since I can remember, like as far back as I can remember, and this guy's been doing this for 30 plus years. But I mean, I've always remembered there was always a house, and it was a house on like the corner of 7th and Prairie in St. Charles, and he had really high, like not pine trees, but those evergreeny pine-ish looking trees all the way around the whole property, and you could kind of see through them, and all you could see was his house was entirely made of brick. There's been ongoing construction on it since as long as I can remember, and all this shit. So we always used to, I mean, and some, you know, I don't know if it's urban legend or true. It could be true for all we know now. But it was always, we called it the bomb shelter house.
I've read about this.
The guy had the bomb shelter. Everyone knew, and has been doing construction for 30 years. Now, they arrested him last week and put him in jail because he refused to let the city of St. Charles and the police come there and look at his house. What he's been doing is a project where he collects rainwater and purifies it, not a crazy chemical thing, but he takes rainwater and it collects in his house so he doesn't have to pay a water bill and that type of thing. That's what he's been doing, a constant construction process, keeping this updated. The city of St. Charles doing this, they have arrested him. They put him in jail so they could go search his house and see why. What law is that breaking? That's the question.
I think you have to, if you do pretty extensive remodeling in the house, you have to give those records to the state or the city, right?
But I would imagine. I mean, maybe.
No, I think you have
You
to.
have to get a permit at least from the clerk's office.
But as far as I know, it has none of that. None of that has been illegal. Like they arrested him because they were, as far as I know, pissed that he was harvesting rainwater.
He might have
essentially.
refused to pay his water bill for 30 years.
Well, but that's what it sounds like. I mean, it hasn't been doing it for 30 years. But what they're saying is that the idea they can come just throw you in jail because they don't like what you're doing to your house. Because he probably wasn't paying a water bill, but it's weird. It's weird. But to go to the extreme to throw the guy in jail over this project, you know,
it's more common than you think because especially like condos and stuff like that, you can have issues with what was it? My grandfather had a condo, and he was an old dude, and he was insistent on living on his own, even though he really did need live-in help because he was blind, and the association were all other just old people, but these associations put down really strict rules and really strict ways of doing things, and if you break those contract rules that they have, you can get kicked out or evicted out of that place.
But it's not an association at all. This is a privately owned property.
But what I'm saying is
housing
it's
association.
common, you know what I mean? If people don't like what you're doing, you can. It's not something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and especially if there's a lot of remodeling going on for as long as it has, and they could have said we really, we've got what is it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fuck it. But
We'll do it live.
we'll do it live. We'll do it live. And 3, 2, 1, go. And yeah, I don't know.
About to burst into song or something right there.
Hello, my baby.
3, 2, 1.
I agree with what you're saying, but I think I'm used to it, I guess. We have where I lived in the Windings, we had an association, and not that I think they could have done anything heavily on us. They were always pissy, and we'd always get little shitty notes like, "Please don't park on the side of your house," or "Please watch your dogs," or
Don't pee in public.
yeah.
Don't jerk off on the tennis court. I mean, come on.
Oh, man. That's a racket.
Well, here's here's a weird small detail. It says, there was something like the city said that like you can use your own water for toilets and laundry, but if you want to drink and bathe, you have to use our city's water. That's kind of weird, Just so they're like, well, we need to have one more person pay this $20 a month bill or whatever the fuck it is, So it's weird. I don't know. Everyone's there trying to get this project over with. It's weird. I don't know. I thought it was kind of goofy. I disagree with
it's
them
probably
tossing him in
control.
jail.
You know what I mean? It's control of
Yeah,
health.
but it's his private property, and obviously he wants nothing to do with that city.
But it's
part
still
of it.
on their land.
Right. No matter, if you own a house, you still own a house in a city
Well,
that
right.
can.
That's still kind of shitty, though. They're saying, like, well, you have to use our utility. Like, I mean, yeah, like the house is on, the city's land, but it's his house. I mean, you use the water you want to fucking use. It'd be like, that'd be like as insane, like, almost as insane as saying, like, I don't want to pay a water utility anymore, so I'm crazy enough to go to the store and literally buy bottled water out the ass and never turn on a faucet in my apartment ever.
What's funny to me about that is that water is one of the cheaper utilities.
Well, exactly. Well,
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. But I mean, who knows? The guy could
You
be
should
like
get
a
some
crazy
fucking
conspiracy
windmills.
guy. Well, right.
The city'd love that one.
Yeah. Well, he has a big his house, man. It's got a big fucking antenna. I'm talking like the antenna is like 30 feet tall off the top of his house. So it looks like a fucking super. I think he might be one of those like crazy conspiracy dudes, But it'd be like saying like if I don't want to use water anymore, so I just buy bottled water or something.
That reminded me of something. Remind me.
No, go for it. That's all I got. Random topic discussion. That's all.
A couple of weeks ago. First of all, I've cut out. First I cut out Facebook, and now I've cut out Reddit because I just spent way too much time on it. But one of the last things I saw on there was a thread that was asking for the creepiest audio clips that people have heard that could find. And it's just a thread of creepy audio clips. Now, when I saw that thread, my first reaction was, oh, man, this would be awesome for Podstache, Because I was expecting, like, UFO sounds and alien sounds and Bigfoot and...
It's just a comb in this piece. What is that?
So I thought it was going to be like supernatural stuff. I was like, oh, this would be awesome for Podstache because we've talked about, ghosts and UFOs and Jesse Ventura. And, but then like I went into the thread and like started like reading into it, and it was just like the most fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. Because there's a lot of like 911 calls, but like woman gets murdered while on the phone with 911 dispatcher. Woman gets raped while on the phone with 911. I was like, what?
Oh my god!
And then, of course, because I'm an idiot, I was like, yeah, I'll listen to that. Okay, right on, cool. But then one of the most, it was fucked up, but not as fucked up as people were saying, was Great White. That was the story that you kind of told.
Oh no, yeah.
There's a video of that.
Ew.
Yeah, basically, it's a video of it's some dude. He's watching the concert and he's filming it. And, they're rocking out, and the pyrotechnics are going, and then you just see, like, the curtains behind him just, like, go up in flames.
Yeah.
So, the fire alarms are going off and stuff, and, the guy, pretty much, well, actually, it kind of takes a while, but eventually most people are like, hey, that shit's on fire, we need to get out. So, the dude with the camera, because it's, smart of him, he left the camera on the whole time. So, it just kind of shows him, like, walking out of the building, and obviously everyone's, one, you could tell the exit is like a very narrow passage because everyone's just like kind of, very cattle-like, But the dude gets out, and as soon as he gets out, obviously it's at nighttime because it's a concert. But he gets out and he like turns around to look at the building, and one, you can just see like all the smoke coming out of the windows. But at one point, people are just shoving so hard. Man, this is such a downer. Whatever.
I saw that on the news.
Yeah, but then he turns around and it looks like seriously something out of Night of the Living Dead, because all these people are in this doorway.
Yeah.
But like enough people have like fallen over where like they can't get out anymore. So all you just see is like upper bodies and arms just like crawling, trying to get out, and like people screaming. It's fucking.
Well, yeah, just to elaborate, because Great White, they were one of those hair bands. They were fucking huge in their heyday, and now a lot of those bands, you know, they're kind of now playing these smaller clubs, and a lot of these bands are still living in these old glory days where they think they can still have these big rock shows in these smaller clubs. And what happened in this case was they're like, oh, we can still have our fucking pyrotechnics, you know, like we had to.
Right.
And basically, because they were so fucking hard-headed,
Right.
this fucking club burned down to the ground and it fucking killed people.
Almost.
So
100
what you're
people.
saying, Great White, like they fought to have the pyrotechnics in the building or something, or what?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly, because it was like an indoor building. They're like, yeah,
It was small.
And
So the venue was like, we don't think
they're
so.
like, you guys probably shouldn't do this, and they're like, nope.
yeah,
it was
'cause
like
it-
smaller than Clearwater.
well, no, it was like
wow.
the downstairs of is it Penny Road Pub? That's upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah.
It's like the downstairs of Penny Road Pub. Like it's not big.
It was like a small
wow.
joint,
It was
yeah,
really
and like
small.
they just had total disregard for it, and Shake told the story, like, you know, when we were at this one gig, you know, the singer who was at that gig, he's like, yep, and that's the reason why a bunch of people died in the fire,
Yeah.
Really?
because he had total disregard. And it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, and so now as a result of that,
Huh?
you know, I still experience it anytime I go out on tour. Like, venues are even super, like, I mean, if you need a permit to have a certain size banner.
Really?
Yeah, they're just like, you know, and like we wouldn't even have pyrotechnics. They're like, nope, like, you know, it's just because like maybe that banner could like catch on fire, be like the lights or
lights are-
something
yeah,
like that.
so, like, the lights
You
are
know,
coming
so
on
it's just
and
like, you know,
all that shit,
everything's permit now. So
Right.
just because of that, you know.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Now, was the this is probably a little more was when these people died. I remember this was a while ago.
Oh yeah.
But
So was it
was that
early
because
90s?
people had trampled each other to get out, or was that because people actually couldn't get out while the fire was going?
It was a little combination of both. It was one where I don't know if they had, you know, I don't know what building codes were like that back then,
Uh-huh.
but obviously, you know, to today's standards, they weren't all that great. You know, like in the video, you can see that like the hallway to the exit's super narrow. You know, there's
Right.
only like one exit out, and then it's also just a combination of people just all like trying to run for the one door, and
Okay.
you know,
I don't even think it was the 90s. I want to say it's the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah, that was
we were in high school
you
when
think?
that happened.
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
I'm just judging by video quality.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was like the early 2000s.
We were in
Yeah.
high school when that happened. don't know what happened.
It wasn't more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Was more than that.
Yep.
Because that happened, and then Dimebag was 3 years later. 2 years later.
It wasn't too long. after.
February 20th, 2003 was
there
the
you go.
station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dimebag was 6, right?
Dimebag.
That sounds
was,
about right.
Dimebag was either 03 or 04. So I was still in high school.
04 then, because I was also in high school when it happened.
Were you?
Or
It had to be 04 because I heard about it when I was going to ECC, so it must have been the very first semester because I graduated. We graduated early. It didn't happen
Don't
while
touch
we were in
that
high school. Sorry.
Yeah, we graduated early.
But
yes,
yeah, okay.
so it must have been 04. Sad cast.
people are dying.
creepy fucking noise, man.
Oh,
I found-
wow! I totally never went full circle. Right on. You were talking about the giant antenna, and
Yeah.
that brought me to creepy audio. Number stations. Have anyone heard of number stations?
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, okay. So, have you heard of number stations?
Play some shit anyway.
I haven't. No.
Yeah. Can you pull it up since you're hooked up to the board?
Okay, what do I have to do?
I'm sure if you just Google
So even
numbers
YouTube,
station
maybe.
or YouTube, or I think even on the Wikipedia, you just do wiki numbers station.
Well, there's like a lot of creepy ass sounds, you know.
Wiki.
You ever
Numbers
heard? You ever heard
station.
the bloop?
Yes, that's a
Deep
underwater
sea,
thing.
deep sea
Yeah.
sound. And they were recording off of the coast of Antarctica type of thing. They were coasting just to hear underwater glacier movements. And they're always pretty mundane and shit. And then literally out of nowhere, there was this noise that's just like,
Oh, just Google.
like that. And they're like, we don't know what the hell that was. And then a bunch of scientists are like, the way it sounds, it came from some type of organic creature but the depth and the timber of it means that thing is bigger than anything we've ever experienced in the entire scientific history. And the weird, funny, ironic part about it, in a way, is that the sound sonar sensor that where it was placed at was like 2 degrees off from the coordinates Lovecraft gave for the location of Cthulhu. Like, so it's kind of funny, you know. It's a creepy noise, though, you know. You've heard it, right? Okay. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Like the Cloverfield alien?
I think part of the bloop tied into Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Like, let's see if I can find the bloop real quick. And that's what it's known as, just the bloop.
Koopa Vamp.
Vamp, 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 vamp.
Let's do that.
Talk about Silent House.
I did want to talk about Silent House. Has anyone seen that?
What is what?
Silent House?
What's that?
It is a film.
With Olsen twin sister.
Yeah. What's her name? Olsen
Oh,
twins.
yeah, I heard about that.
Okay.
I heard about that.
No, well, here's the interesting thing. This is I didn't know this until we started watching this. It's supposed to feel like one continuous shot. So, like, remember that Goodfellas feel, like where they walk in the back through the, it's that the entire time.
84 minutes.
84 minutes, yeah. So it all seems like one continuous shot. They do match framing in order to make it look, in order to do it. And then we were looking at it, and you looked it up, and it was they do 10-minute segments at a time. So I mean that's a long time.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean I remember when everybody was freaking out about the 11-minute Children of Men, although that was much bigger scale. But yeah, it was the story of it. By the end, I was kind of like meh. But it really, the way they filmed it, they did a really good job of pulling you in for like at least that first hour. You were just kind of like, oh, you're in it. What I really enjoyed about it was it's super indie filmmaking. The budget of that was estimated between $1 and $2 million. The directors are from Open Water. Remember the movie Open Water?
Yeah.
Same
That was
directors.
also very indie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they had what is it? They said it was kind of a disappointment, but it made $12 million. To me, if I made a movie for $2 million and I made $12 million,
I'd be okay with
I'd
that.
be okay with that. I would say
Yeah.
that's a success. But it was really it was refreshing. I think it's refreshing to see a movie done very cheaply, one location, 4 actors. It was definitely the cinematography I think was done pretty well, and it was pretty interesting too because they had to, it's all one shot going from outside to inside, and then like the next time they go outside, it's dark and
Yeah. was the name
obviously
of
they're
it?
cutting it. It's called Silent House. I actually have it in my pocket
Because
because I want to return it. It's a red box, but
Oh, so is it already out on DVD?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to drop off the DVD tomorrow, I'll let you borrow it for the evening if you'd like, if you have time.
Yeah, I'll just borrow it online.
One of the key words IMDb for the movie is cleavage.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cleavage and Olsen twins, really?
She's younger, but yeah, she's a good actress and she's attractive. The problem with
New York Minute.
New York Minute, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I was just kind of intrigued. Makes me want to kind of go back and watch Open Water again, just to kind of look because I remember that made a huge amount of money, and it was I think it was another. I don't even think it was $1 million budget on that one, was it? It was like a couple $100,000. Yeah. And then I guess this was a remake because it was bought from an indie film from Korea,
Oh, interesting.
Uruguay, and that was made. The original was made for $6,000. Got into Sundance and I don't know where else, but yeah, but they bought it from them and then made it.
Nice. And so did it come out this year?
Came out last year, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we were looking into Open Roads Films, which is a distribution company that relatively new, but that's where like you see the Gray. Remember the movie that with Liam Neeson, where
yes.
and that one was recognizable. I can't think of the other movies.
They're doing the Red Heat, not Red Heat.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, Open Roads is doing that, and they are affiliated. Open Roads was started by AMC and I forgot the other company, but which is interesting because AMC is the end product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. So they're a distribution company that is the end product. So it saves a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and we're pretty much good for this episode. But to play us out, do you want to play this creepy ass shit?
Oh god, was it numbers?
It's the number station, but it's from the Cornet. Is that it? Is that the word? Cornet. But it's the Cornet project was basically a project to archive all of this shit.
I don't even know what this is.
I don't either.
No, you just listen.
Get there.
So,
Skrillex new remix.
yeah, right. So basically, since the Cold War, there have been frequencies, like radio frequencies, where this is playing constantly, like 24/7. And since the Cold War, so like if we had like a ham radio or something, if you like find the right frequency, this is still going on. It's stuff like
you're in
this.
between, like, stations.
It's just like weird. Yeah, it's basically like like in between stations. So a lot of people think that it's basically for spies that are in like in other countries to like kind of get secret messages.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's still going on.
What is that?
It just keeps going.
This is a SoundCloud page or something? What is
No, it's the Cornet Project has a sound cloud where it's basically like a shit ton of different things. So, yeah, that's number stations.
Well, even more random too. Like you talked about like creepy ass sounds, and then you guys would all dig this too, real quick. You heard the original exorcism of this Annalise Mitchell chick from the early 50s, 60s, I think.
I don't know if I have heard that one.
The movie, the Exorcism of
Exorcism,
Emily
yeah.
Rose. It was based on this girl, and there's actually she was like a normal like I think like 18, 19, 20-year-old girl, like Catholic girl all the way, school girl all the way, getting ready to go to college. Never had a problem in life, never did anything wrong, never had anything bad happen. Out of nowhere, this girl starts getting sick. She gets crazy. Yeah, hot sauce. But I mean, like, she lost her. She pretty much went insane. They said it was satanic possession because she was saying things like that out of nowhere. And there's audio recordings of the exorcisms with this girl, and you see what she looked like. She was like, a cute, good-looking little young girl.
Oh yeah, I've seen
And
the pictures.
then-
I haven't seen
Well, not
heard
even
the audio.
like the audio by itself. Like, I mean, dude, she sounds like a fucking black metal singer because she's like, they're literally like, they're speaking German, but they're talking to this girl, and they're like, us, but Jesus Christ, and then literally it's just like, she's like just yelling, like, and it's crazy. There's no video recording, but there's all this different audio, and there's like this one that's like 10 minutes long, and about like 4 minutes into it or so, the last 6 minutes are just like, not even like an exorcism movie has gotten it right. It's creepy as fuck.
What was the girl's
So-
name?
Annalise, I just pulled up a quick page about it. Annalise Michel, Annelielie, Anneliesemichel.
Did she end up dying? through
She
that?
died.
Yeah.
She died. Because, but like one of the popular theories though is that she had hydrophobia, which is rabies, because she lost so much weight and kind of lost her mind. But
I heard she's still alive.
well played, sir.
That's we're definitely good for this episode.
Okay.
So.
I'm so glad we finished this up with those creepy
Rabies.
noises.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for this episode. We'll be right back, eh?
Hey,
See you later. Hey, hey.
Raby stash.
So no one knows where that thing's coming from.